Hello everybody, welcome to Pharmacology and Phytochemistry 2 in 5th semester. And today, as an introductory class, I want to tell you about the unit 1. It says that metabolic pathways in higher plants and their determination. It contains number 1, that is brief study of basic metabolic pathways and formation of different secondary metabolites. Here we will discuss later on about the secondary metabolites, and through these pathways, mainly in your syllabus, cyclic acid pathway, acetate pathways and amino acid pathways, these three pathways are there that you have to go through. Now we will discuss about the metabolic pathways. What are the metabolic pathways? It is nothing but a linked series of chemical reactions occurring within a cell. You know that within a cell is the structural and functional unit of a plant, and these metabolic pathways is nothing but a linked series of chemical reactions within a cell. It is occurring. The reactants, products and intermediates of an enzymatic reaction are known as metabolites. On the other hand, we can say that without enzymatic reaction, no chemical reaction can be taken place. So for that, what are the requirements? Some reactants are there. With the reactants, they produce the products, and they also produce some intermediates within the metabolic process. And these metabolites are nothing but the substances which are being produced in the metabolic process of the plant. Next is your pathways are required. These pathways means, pathways, in which pathway they are coming down, or they are coming, or they are forming some products. So pathways are required. These are the requirements. Pathways are required for the maintenance of homeostasis within an organism. Homeostasis, that is, and that is maintained by these pathways. Pathways are required for the maintenance of homeostasis within an organism, and the flux of metabolites through a pathway which is regulated depending on the needs of the cell. You see this, depending on the needs of the cell. What are the needs? Means what the cell needs. Without this, without the production of secondary metabolites or any metabolites, that is a requirement of the cell. We can say waste materials of the cell, they are also sometimes they are called also metabolites, and the availability of the substrate. The end product of a pathway may be used immediately. Means how they can be used immediately? They can be used immediately by the plant itself for the growth and development of the plants. Simultaneously, they are also required for the human being. Not only human being, but also they are having some significant pharmaceutical significance. Initiate another metabolic pathway. Suppose the end product. Suppose a pathway is there, and end product, we can say end product, but they may be starting precursor for another metabolic pathway, or they can be stored for lateral use. Then I will discuss about the different types of metabolites. As I told you that metabolites are nothing but the metabolic outcome or metabolic products during the process of metabolism inside the plants, and they are two different types. First one is primary metabolites and second one is secondary metabolites. So now I'll discuss about the primary metabolites. Primary metabolites are nothing but a basic constituents, because they are basic constituents. Why we call it basic constituents? Because primary metabolites, always primary, means they are always present, they are always required by the plant itself, They are also required for the building of their body or growth and development of the plants. So that is why they are called primary, and they are the basic constituents. They are simple and generally don't have any biological or pharmacological action. Biological action or pharmacological action they don't have, and they are primarily utilized by the plants itself for building up their body, means growth and development of the body. So they are the basic, that is why they are called basic constituents. They are required for the building of their body and are responsible for primarily physiological function of the body. Physiological function means they are also preparing foods, they are also digestion is there, excretion is there. These physiological functions, for proper functioning of the physiological function of the body, these are the basic constituents which are required by the plants. So we can say that some examples are there. Starch coming under the carbohydrates. They contain chlorophyll, because without chlorophyll photosynthesis cannot take place. Eluron grains, calcium oxalate crystals, cellulose, and apart from these, there are also some lipids or fatty acids or and amino acids which are coming under the your proteins. They are also coming under primary metabolites, for examples. Then secondary metabolites. The secondary metabolites, why they are called secondary? Because sometimes they are being formed from the primary metabolites. From the primary metabolites, secondary metabolites are synthesized. Generally, they have potent biological and pharmacological action, because here you see the difference between primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolites, they don't have any biological or physiological action of the body. Only they help to for the proper growth and development of the plant body itself, but they don't have any physiological action. Here you see the major difference between secondary metabolites. They have potent, means powerful biological and or pharmacological action. Due to this pharmacological action, they are being used by the human being, means they are having a significant pharmacological action. That is why they are required by the human being. They are also known as active constituents. For example of secondary metabolites, they are alkaloids, glycosides, tannins, volatile oils, flavonoids, and so many other are there. Uh, then after secondary metabolites, we will go through the basic things, that is basic metabolic pathways, how the plants, with the help of sunlight and with the help of chlorophyll, photosynthesis takes place inside in the plant, and by the photosynthesis process, carbohydrates are the main active constituents. They are being produced after photosynthesis. These carbohydrates are also being utilized by the plants itself, and these carbohydrates are coming under primary metabolites, because these are the basic requirements for the plants for their growth and development. From carbohydrates, glycosides are being formed. On the other hand, from carbohydrates, nucleotides are also formed. You see that from carbohydrates itself, through pentose phosphate pathway, PPP. On the other hand, by the process of glycolysis, here in pentose phosphate pathway, through pentose phosphate pathways, erythrose 4-phosphate is formed and go through the succinic acid pathway. This succinic acid pathway is required for your study, because here succinic acid pathway is there in your syllabus. We will discuss later on. And through this succinic acid pathway, phenyl propanoids, aromatic amino acids, volatile oils, they are being produced. Phenyl propanoids formed coumarins, lignins, and flavonoids. These flavonoids, I told you that flavonoids are nothing but the secondary metabolites. Aromatic amino acids formed alkaloids. On the other hand, from carbohydrates, with the process of glycolysis. This is glycolysis is a process, physiological process. By glycolysis, pyruvic acid is formed. Pyruvic acid, from pyruvic acid, acetyl with the help of acetyl coenzyme A, there is a TCA cycle. TCA cycle, from TCA cycle or with the help of TCA cycle, through the TCA cycle, aliphatic amino acid, you see here by shikimic acid pathway, aromatic amino acids are formed, but through tricarboxylic acid cycle, aliphatic amino acids are formed. On the other hand, you see, with the help of acetyl coenzyme A, mevalonic acid is formed. From mevalonic acid, isoprenoid pathway, this is also a pathway, isoprenoid pathway. Through this isoprenoid pathway, terpenoids are nothing but the maybe monoterpenoid, diterpenoid, triterpenoids, nothing but the volatile oils. And on the other hand, isoprenoid pathway, through isoprenoid pathway, steroids are also formed. On the other hand, you see, from acetyl coenzyme A, by acetate pathway, prostaglandins are being formed, polypeptides are formed, and fatty acids are formed. So this is the basic idea about the basic metabolic pathway, and these metabolic pathways are being required by the plants itself. Then we will discuss in the next class about the shikimic acid pathway. For this we end this chapter. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.